codes must be displayed in hexadecimal. For color code to be displayed in hexadecimal, hexadecimal simply means base 16. That's hexadecimal, base 16. Let me write that here. Hexadecimal is base 16. Hexadecimal is base 16. Then also know that base 16 has 16 different digits, and different characters. These digits are, it has 16 digits, and they are 0 to 9. Okay, let me list them out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and after 9 it's supposed to go to 10. So 10 will be A, that's 10A, B, that's 11, then C 12, and D is 13, E is 14, and F is 15. So these are the digits you have in base 16. So please take note. So the least digit is 0 and the highest digit is F. Don't forget, F represents 15. So base 16 starts from 0 to 15, and if you count it individually you have 16 digits, but because it starts from 0, so that's why you have 15. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So these are the digits we have in base 16. So with this, it will be clear. And also in color coding, when you are writing your HTML code, in color coding, let me write that here. In color coding, we have 3 characters or 3 colors. So since it is base 16, in your color code, base 16 starts with hashtag. So this hashtag shows that it is base 16. So the first color in your color code in HTML, we have 3 basic colors, and they are red. So the first color is red. So I would prefer to represent red in 2 digits. Each of them is represented 2 digits. So the first 2 digits is red, and then the middle 2 digits represent green. So I'll represent as GG, green, and then the last 2 digits represent blue. So I'll represent as BB. So that means EG, let me show you an example. EG, so if I have hashtag 1256 and probably FE, so it simply means that 12 represents red, 56 represents green, GG, and the last 2 FE represents blue. So take note of that. So anytime you are representing your color code in base 16, all your code for it cannot go beyond 0 and F. I just explained that earlier, so please take note of that. So this is how you write your color code in hexadecimal whenever you are writing your color code in HTML. So it means that the first 2 digits represent any color code in red, and the middle 2 digits represent any color code in green, and the last 2 digits represent any color code in blue. So please take note. So the arrangement of the color code is red, green, and blue, in that order: red, green, and blue. So take note. So having explained that, so the question also, let me put that here. The question also says that the file contains a number of errors and omissions, as I read earlier. All color code must be displayed in hexadecimal, that's base 16. Your style sheet must not contain HTML or scripting language. You know, when you're writing style sheet, it should contain style sheet code or style sheet tag. It should not contain HTML code, or nor should it contain any scripting language code. So take note of that. So step 13, open and edit the style sheet you saved in step 12 to meet the following specifications. So there is a style sheet that we saved, and the name of the style sheet is J31 style sheet underscore center number underscore candidate number. So here is the style sheet. So let me use magnifier so that you can see it clearly. Okay, good. Then with this, with this, the next thing is, let me go to the question, you can see it clearly. So the next thing is, let me see the question. The question now says that with this, set, open and edit the style sheet you saved so that it can meet the following specifications. What are the specifications? Let's go. Set the background for the web page so that it has a color with a blue component of D2. Take note, do you remember what I just explained? Blue component of D2. So that means blue is D2, red is 7.4, and green is AB. Take note of that. So to set the background color for the web page, so you open the style sheet. Let me bring magnifier. So now this is what you add before, like they told us that it contains some errors. So this first line is intended to be for comment, and you see that it was not closed properly, and that's why everything here is turned to what? To green. So what we are going to do to write comment in CSS, you start with slash asterisk, then you write your comment and you close with asterisk star. So you are going to correct this first. So this one is going to end with asterisk star, asterisk slash. So you have to put that one correctly. Please take note of that. Then the next thing you do after that is very simple. Just follow through. That will be okay. So we have done that. So you see that it has been color coded because this has been appropriately closed. Before it was not closed appropriately. So this has to close comment, and that has differentiated this line from this color. So what's the next thing? Let's see the next instruction, which is very simple. The next instruction, very simple. Okay, the background color. So to write the background color, you just come to the here after the comment, the background color. Since the background color affects the body, so you are going to open body. Okay, when you open body, so the next thing is you can tab it and open your curly bracket. When you open your curly bracket, it brings out all these options. So go to background color, you pick background color. So to pick the color, you start with hashtag because it is written in what? In hexadecimal according to the question. So what are the things you are supposed to do? Blue component is D2. Okay, but the arrangement is red first, like what I gave you: red, green, blue, RGB. So you now represent it now. So what's the color code for red? Red is 7.4. So you come to where you have red. Okay, let me magnify it so that you can see it. Where you have red, you turn it to 7.4. 7.4. That's red, RGB. Then what's the next thing? Let me share the question. And the next one is G is AB. That's green, AB. So I'm going to do that, green, AB, according to the instruction given us. AB. Sorry, let me write this in lowercase. And the last one is D2, which is for blue. D2. Okay, good. You see you have a correct color code. Then put semicolon and then check if there's any other thing to do with body. So if there is none to do with body, let's see. Okay, nothing to do with body, so I'm going to close that with body, so which is already closed, background color. So the next thing, I'm going to remove this since I've written the correct code. Then the next thing is very simple, which is set the font style for H1, H2 and H3 so that the browser selects and displays the font. Okay, to do that, what I did, I can also use this default setting. So I could come here, instead of typing it manually here, I could come here and go to new style. So when I open the new style, you can see the new style here. So what are the tags we want to do for? We want to do for H1, H2, H3. That's according to the instruction. What are we setting for? Is, let's see, it says set the font for styles H1, H2 and H3 so that the browser select and display the font times CY. So times CY, and if times CY is not there, according to the instruction, you can see times CY, If this font is not available, the browser should select and display the font Times New Roman in this order. If neither of these fonts are available, the browser must display its default serif font. So, and then serif font. So this is very simple. So that means we are picking serif font family. So I'm going to come here and pick font family, anyone that has serif font. Okay, this one has Times New Roman serif font. But what is the order by which they gave me in the question? Serif font. So the first one is Times CY. So I'm going to type Times CY. If that is not there, I put a comma. Times CY. If that is not there, I should use Times New Roman. So after that, I pick Times New Roman. You have to type it correctly. If that is not there, put a comma. If that is not there, any default serif. So I'm going to pick this serif. That is serif family. Any default serif. So you notice that as I'm typing, look at it, font family Times CY, because it is seen as a single font type. It is quoted here in speech marks, then Times New Roman in speech marks. So after that, then I put semicolon. I think I'm done with that. What's the next one? Let's see. Sorry. The next one is set the text in styles H1, H2, and H3 to black. That's the color, black. So then I'll go to color. Now to set color to black, that means I'm going to make it hashtag. That means the first color, which is RR for red, will be 00, and then the green will be 00, and then the blue will be 00. That will give me black. You see the color generated, that's black. So that is color black in HTML hexadecimal code. So when I have done this, so maybe after the first one, you can see it, color, that one is done. You can see then I go to apply. Then after apply, then I click on OK. Then I click OK. I'm done with that. You can see that is generated here. So it's still the same way. You can see that. So the next instruction is simple. What's the next instruction? The next instruction is set only style H1, so the text is center aligned with a 16-point font. So it is center aligned. That's H1. So that is very simple. So I'll come here again like I did initially. I come to new style and I'll go to H1 because it affects only H1. So I'll come to font. The question says I should set it to, let's see the question again. H1 center align, that will be alignment. Okay, font size, font weight, font. Okay, so where are we going to see alignment? So let's pick that very quickly. So that's very simple. For H1, I'll come to block and I will see text align. That's what you do for alignment, text align. The question says center, so I pick center. Then for the font size, the question says font size. Let's see again, font size 16. So I'm going to do font size 16. I'll come to value and type 16 pixel. If you say point, I'm going to change this one to point, 16 point. Okay, that's it. You can see the sample 16 points. Let's see that 16 points. So center for block, font, you see that. Then I click apply and say OK. You can see that done. You notice that the text align colon center. Center is spelled in British spelling, not American. So center, you see ER instead of RE. Take note. In American spelling, center, not in British spelling, RE. You can see that. Take note of that. Then after I'm done with this, I can do for H2. So I come to new style and I'll pick H2 according to the instruction H2. Then what is the instruction saying for H2? It said it is fully justified as the alignment, 12 point size, fully justified alignment. Alignment is block, text align, fully justified. You can see that. Then font size is 12. So I'll come to font size 12 and I change it to point according to the instruction. Okay, point. Let's see that again. Okay, then you click apply. Okay. Then the next one is that is style H3. the text is left aligned with a 10 point H3. So I'll come here again just like I did for others, H3. So I'll type H3 here, sorry, H3. Then I'll come to block. What's the alignment? The alignment should be left align. So I'm coming here, left align. Then font size is 10, so I'll come here 10 point pt. All right, then I click apply and say okay. You see that for H3 that is done. Then the next one is set each table margin individually. Table margin now individually to 5% of the width height of the browser window. Okay, so this is also very simple. Table margin, so I go again, since that affects only table, so I'll come here, create new style for table. Then the selector will be table, and then margin, let's see the question again, margin to individually to 5% of the width. So where are we going to see margin for table? I think we are going to see that under border. Okay, let's see that again. That is table margin individually. So for table margin, so let's go table margin, that will be under box. Then you come to margin, instead of being for same for all, we are going to deselect this so that we can do separately for top, right, and as the case may be in the question. So 5% of the width, 5% of the width margin, and then 5% of the width and height. So for each of the width, that is right and left 5%. So I'm going to do 5%, okay, right, and then left 5%, because that's the instruction, 5%. Okay, that is width has to do with the margin to the right and left. Then the next one is for height, so 5%, that's top and bottom. So I'll do 5 and I'll set this one to percent. Okay, 5, and I set this one to percent. That's the instruction. So margin throughout is that. So apply. Then the next one is set all cell padding to 10 pixels. Cell padding to 10 pixels. So cell padding is TD. So I'm done with this. Okay, so I'll come here, cell padding is TD, so I'll say new style, cell has to be TD, cell padding will be under border. Let's see, padding box. Okay, and that is box. Then the question says set it to 10 pixels, all the table cell to 10 pixels. So I'm going to set it same for all, 10 pixels. So it's in pixel 10 for all. Then what else? I can say apply. Okay, that affects only the TD because that is cell. Then the next one is let's see, set all table. Okay, that's, we've done that. So the next one is set all table borders and green lines to be. So table borders and green lines, that will be table and TD. Okay, green line is same thing as internal border, which is TD. So I'm going to have new style, then the selector will be table and TD, table comma TD. So it's going to affect the table and the TD. So what are those things we are setting for them? The border should be visible. So where are we going to have border? Let's see, is it on the table? Border layout, position, box. Okay, let's see, border style. Okay, good. The question says border same for all, solid. That's the first thing. Solid, you can see the preview. Solid, that is visible, and then separated 1 pixel wide, border width 1 pixel wide, 1 pixel. You can see that. Then what else? Black border color, that is black. So I could type it and put hashtag 000000, that's black. Then apply. What else? Border color. So we have done solid, border color, pixel, visible, then separated. So that is border collapse. Then we say separated, not collapse. Border, you can see that is under box. Border collapse. Let's see. Table. Border collapse. Separate. You can see that border collapse. Separate. So I think that's all. That's all. Then okay, that's all. I think that's fine. Let's see. So the border collapse, separated, I think we are supposed to do that one under table. Okay, so I'll come back and remove that one for now. Okay, then I say apply and say okay. So we have that. So under table, border collapse, so I'm going to come to table here. Then I'll right click and go to modify. So let me do the border collapse there. For this border collapse, I've done padding, border collapse, that's under table, border collapse, and I'm going to make it separate. That's according to the instruction. Apply. Okay, so we have that. What more? Let's see the next thing. The next thing is set. So we have done all this. Set the spaces between the borders of all table elements to 10 pixels. So that will also be border spacing 10 pixels, border spacing. Okay, so we see how this table, right click on it and go to modify style, border spacing, and then border spacing is in under, let's see, okay, table, border spacing, and the question says value 10 pixels. So we have 10 pixels, sorry, 10 pixels, and it's in pixels. So apply to it and say okay. So I think this everything we have done correctly. That's everything we have done correctly. Then the next instruction, let's see. The next instruction is correct and edit the comment at the start of the style sheet, so to contain your name, center number, and candidate number. So I've just done this to contain your name, center number, and candidate number. So I'll come here to contain last edited by, let me use magnifier so that you can see it clearly, last edited by. So I'm going to edit it, last edited by, okay, by Gabriel, center number is CN 001, and then candidate number is 001. So that is done. Then the next thing, let's see, let me minimize this. What's the next thing after that? Then I think that's all about the style sheet. So save this style sheet in your J2231. So I'll need to save the style sheet. So save. Alright, good. So the next thing, the style sheet has been attached already. The next thing is just to see, but the question before that is take a screenshot to show the file name and all content of your style sheet and place this in your evidence document. Make sure the file name and all content are fully visible. File name and all content. So when you have it this way, then you let it be open, then you take the screenshots such that you pick the file name, which is here on the tab, and you take everything, nothing is hidden. So this is what you take and copy to paste in your evidence document. I hope this video helps to explain this particular question that asks about 27 marks on only style sheets modification or editing, so to say. So I hope this video helps. Drop your comments and then let's know how to help you further. Thank you for seeing this video. Bye for now.